Mr. Kavayeje Gejibri, it is the legislative branch of the government that creates or makes laws and policies that bring peace. If you failed to create policies and laws that bring peace, there will be no peace in Cameroon. There will be no peace in Cameroon. And if you don't know, the government of Cameroon is divided into three. That is the legislative, the executive, and the judicial branches of the government. And all of them are equal. And amongst them, the most powerful is the legislative, in which you are the head. So I don't know why you are calling on the government to bring peace, as if the government is an institution out there in which you are not part of it. He sent a message today during the opening session, the November opening session of a parliament. He says, House Speaker Kavaje Jege Jibri has called on the government to do all in its power to organize elections in a peaceful atmosphere and also enable Cameroon to begin 2025 in peace. If this is your first time joining TFA Talking Point, subscribe to our channel. He sent out this statement as if the government is an institution out there, that he is not part of it. So you just have to call them that you should bring peace, as if peace is something that they are selling somewhere, where the government now will take the taxpayer money and go and buy peace and bring it to Cameroon. That is not how it works. If there should be peace in Cameroon, it has to start with the National Assembly, in which you are the head of that assembly. It has to start with the legislative, in which you are the head of the legislative. You people are the one to make laws. Why is it not peace? Why is it that there is no peace in Cameroon today? Because of the Anglophone crisis. And what is the Anglophone crisis? It is a constitutional problem in Cameroon. And where can they solve a constitutional problem in any nation? It is at the National Assembly or at the Senate, in which the National Assembly, you people are the one there and you are the head of it. They are giving you the power. The legislative, a branch of the government, it makes laws and policies. The judiciary interprets the laws, and the executive implement it. So what law has you make as the president of the National Assembly for 33 years today that it can bring peace to Cameroon, or can stop the Anglophone crisis, or can reduce the insecurity all over Cameroon? No one. Why are children, little children, going into terrorism? Why are little children going into armed robbery? Why are little children doing terrible things? Because you refuse to train them by creating good educational policies in Cameroon. Because you thought that, no, you don't want people to be at your own level. You people should only be the people enjoying the taxpayer money. Nobody should be there. But remember that the children of the poor you refuse to train today will not allow your own children live in peace, will not allow you live in peace. So how can we bring peace to Cameroon? The first thing is to create policies and laws. Who can create that policies and law? Kavaye Jege Jibri and the entire National Assembly, including the Senate. These are the people too. The Senate is not even so much involved, because the lower house of assembly is the one that creates laws and policy and sent it to the Senate only for them to review and go through it for confirmation before sending it to the judiciary for interpretation. And then the judiciary now sent it to the executive for implementation. And then the legislative, the National Assembly still has an upper hand over the executive in the implementation of the laws, because Article 14 sub 2 says that Parliament shall legislate and control government actions. Meaning, as the government is implementing it, the Parliament is still there. Parliamentarians are behind that, is seeing and monitoring whether they are doing the implementations of those policies and law perfectly. But The one in Cameroon, no. Because of what? Because the executive used the taxpayer money to corrupt the legislative and the judiciary, to bought them. And today in Cameroon, the judiciary and the legislative branches of government are just like department of the executive. They are just like boy to the executive, where they are loyal to the executive. They are afraid of the executive. They are receiving a salary from the executive, and they have to be loyal to receive allowance from the executive. If they are not loyal, they will not receive allowance. If they are not loyal, they will not be promoted. So they have been bought, and that is why they cannot do anything. And for all these 33 years, because of that a corrupt mentality in the mind of Kabaye Gejibri, he does not know that he still has power over the executive. He is still the one to make. He thought that the government bought everything, and the executive bought everything, and the executive now is the one to be creating laws, to be making laws, implementing it, and interpreting it. This is Cameroon for us. And what can we do? The only thing is to pray to God to intervene. Because these old ancestors refused to go. Kavayeje Gejibri, Marcel Nyanjifeji of the Senate, Clement Atangana of the Constitutional Council, President Paul Biya at the presidency, General Delegate for National Security. These are people above 90 years, but they refuse to go on retirement. Governing a nation, running the affair of a nation, creating laws and policies in their own favor at the detriment of everybody in Cameroon. And they want peace. If you want peace, end the crisis in southern Cameroon, and there will be peace in Cameroon. The crisis in southern Cameroon is responsible for the insecurity in Cameroon, 100% responsible. Because many Francophones, people in Francophone regions who were depending on the resources in southern Cameroon for survival, they are all armed robbers now, terrorizing Douala, Yaoundé, and many other places because they don't have food to eat. They are hungry and poor. So if you end the Anglophone crisis, they will return back to their businesses and everything will be okay. The children of the poor you refuse to train will not allow your own children live in peace. Will not allow you live in peace. If you want peace, create good policies and good laws. That is the final point. If this is our first time joining TFA Talking Point, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on all our social media platforms. TFA Talking Point is all about proposing lasting solution to societal problem. And this is one of our problems. The ancestor ruling Cameroon.